Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel for some more Samurai Warriors 4-2. So previously we have left off on the campaign of the Wisemen, the first battle. So now we are actually coming to a second encounter with Kanbei and Hanbei in Bicchutakamatsu city's battle. So what are we gonna do this battle? We will find out right now.
秀吉は一里もの長さの大堤防を築き、高松城を丸々湖に沈めてしまいました。
また大掛かりな策できたね。心から檻にかかってきたか。
この戦いに敗れれば心理的なものが大きいですね。おそらく毛利家は雪崩を打って崩壊するでしょ
う。逆に言えば毛利を一気に片付けないとならない、そういう事態に秀吉は追い込まれているとも考えられる。織田家の急激な勢力拡大も限界を迎えようとしている。この一戦をしのぎきればおそらく破裂する。
破裂したらどうなさるおつもりですか、父上。信長亡き後に訪れるであろうさらなる乱世を、著作をほったらかしにして天下を狙われるなら、私は少し寂しいですね。
天下への仕事のために我が子は犠牲にできないか。そこについてはうちの優しい軍師殿に託そう。とにかく毛利には後がない。今は勝つことだけを考えよう。
木津川口の戦いで織田軍を撃退した毛利軍だが、その後は織田の勢いに押されて劣勢となる。信長は切れ者羽柴秀吉を毛利攻めの大将に任命。秀吉は次々と毛利領を切り取っていった。やがて秀吉軍は高影の腹心清水宗春の居城備中高松城にも迫る。秀吉の軍師黒田官兵衛考案の水攻めを受け、もはや備中高松城は風前の灯火であった。そして秀吉の背後には毛利にとどめを刺すべく京で出陣の機を待つ魔王信長がいる。毛利家は絶体絶命の危機に直面していた。天神の将備中高松城の戦い。
Ooh, that is a difficult situation because as the introduction chapter has mentioned, not only Hideyoshi's coming to, like, on behalf of Oda Nobunaga to come and take over the Mori lands, but just in case, I guess he had a feeling that being up against the smartest clan in that region would be a bad idea to send him there alone. Oda Nobunaga actually followed the tracks of Hideyoshi and went also. So this is going to be pretty much, I guess, a like 1 versus 2 situation for Mori family. So just like they've been talking about the whole, I guess, battle and the future of the Mori land, they know it's gonna be tough, but eventually they understood that in order to survive for the clan, for the people, for every like greater reasons, they have to, I guess, succumb to the greater powers like Hideyoshi, like Oda Nobunaga. So I guess they already made their choice, but they can't just go like, hey, I surrender. So what they're gonna do is right now, although the chances of winning is pretty slim, but as I've said, like, obviously at this moment of chaos during the siege from Hideyoshi and possibly the follow-up of Oda Nobunaga, they have to do something for it. So right now, obviously, Holy shit, man, his max attack is just 39. Well, for those who are curious, they actually have, as we've seen on the good old page, they have 5 different levels of weapons. So level 1 only gives you 10 levels of, I guess, upgradability, and that's a new word that I created, hey. Level 2 gets 20, level 3 gets 30, so on and so forth. But then the 4th level is actually the special weapon used for, I guess level barrier break. I don't know if that's how they translate it, but you'll probably know what I mean. And the 5th one is actually the unique weapon you get from taking the campaign missions on hard mode. Sorry for the, I guess, little ruffling noises behind, because for some reason my, well, not neighbor, but the person that lives above me actually is doing some hardcore scratching on the floor, like some fucking Silent Hill shit going on. And I'm just like, although you guys can't see me like real life right now, but I'm just like keep on looking up and down, so there's a reason why my voice sounded like my mic is just like swaying around, which is not. Yeah, see, Mori Terumoto is the son of Kobayakawa Takakage, and because he's not I guess, a unique warrior or character that you could use in the game, so obviously, for some video game reasons, he looked very much older than, I guess, Kobayakawa Takakage, so yeah. This is actually Grandpa, son, and grandson, so just to get that settled with. But as I have previously mentioned that in the 4th generation, they've already given it like a hint. The only reason why Kobayakawa Takakage actually have to step out is because, you know, his father either retired and passed away or just passed away in general. So I have a really sick feeling that I will probably end up not being able to use Motonari. But, you know, before things happen, let's not jinx it. And plus, another reason why I speculated that is because obviously I guess the character selection or the campaign selection screen featured our Takakage in the, I guess, smack center, and then Pops on the left, and then the Tube on the right. So it gives me the, I guess, impression that we might be ending up pairing him with Kanbei, because that's like what I speculated in the first campaign battle yesterday night. Or actually, for your yesterday night, my morning. For those of you who are curious why I'm doing my first battle in the morning and I guess the second battle now at night, is because I actually have like work at home today, so as long as I get stuff done, it doesn't really matter when am I doing it, so I actually go like, hey, I feel like playing some games, so yeah. So far this battle is, I guess, what they call the second encounter of the 2 pairs of Wisemen. It's a 2v2 battle. So it's not really surprising, actually. Well, first of all, this actually happened, but second of all, it's more like they emphasize on the point that the two, like Kanbei and Kanbei, came to. So it's going to spin off as, I guess, a like appreciation of each other's wits, and I don't really know what's their definition of Wisemen, because I haven't seen a lot of major things being discussed apart from like how Takakage wants to, for the, I guess, the well-being as well as the happiness of people who trusted him, he shall choose the, I guess, the tactic or strategy that could be well for all, and it doesn't really matter what, I guess, consequences that he has to face. And just now you've seen another epic moment of Horse Veil, which I don't know why they haven't patched this shit, or maybe they can't patch this shit, so because the English release apparently is not really decided yet, so I'm not even sure if they will be releasing an English one, judging from the fact that you know, like this whole game is not selling that well outside of Japan. Like in Hong Kong it's like meh, but like if they're not doing well already in Asia, I'm not really sure they would still like give it a go on the other markets. So we'll just have to see. I guess regardless of whether or not they're selling it, I just really hope they could patch the two issues. First of all, really ridiculous camera angles when you're actually close to the walls. Like, those of you who actually hear me rant about this, it's serious. Like, sometimes you're like, hey, I'm gonna use a Muso attack on one of the officers, and I wanted to make it like smack in his or her face, obviously, but like, because of the ridiculous camera angles, you thought you aimed at him or her, and you ended up just like firing at the air. Or either the moments, like, I guess most of my first playthroughs of the campaign, I usually get ambushed so badly that I would go into the, I guess, the danger red zone for my hit points. And I happened to try to look for a haystack that I just consumed just now, and tragedies happen. It's just like, I can't see shit, and then turning the camera angle sometimes just bounces you back to the default, which is really annoying, because the moment you try to go like, oh my god, there's 3 of them after me, and I can't find a haystack, like the one that's on that corner, I'm gonna block, and the moment you block, even though you turn the camera angles back, but blocking automatically like spin the camera angle to front facing, and you'd be like facepalm. So like I've commentated or reviewed, I think Mori Motonari since Generation 3 is a unexpectedly strong character, if you have to ask me about it. Because, first of all, like most of you who are, I guess, players of the Koei Warriors, you know the brainy people are usually, the trio. Well, no, not technically, the duo, because it's not Kanitsugu and shit, so oops. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so basically, I guess most of the brainy folks, just like when I was talking about the weapon of Takakage, it's like, are you for real? Level 10, only 39? I'll probably be seeing worse if there's female characters that I have to level up. Holy shit, this is gonna be a clutchy clutch. How do I know that? Because come on, man, there is no, I guess, flag bearers, and I still have to try to take him down. So I better call my son here to back my bum-bums up, because there's 3 of them in a, I guess, amplified power area. So yeah, this is not gonna be good for me. Yeah, going back to, I guess, character reviews, because usually, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the, I guess, the rules, or not really rules, it's just the commonalities of, I guess, the Koei Warrior series, be that most brainy characters tend to be almost like fragile to the extent that they could rival the female characters. People might really just like, I guess, argue against me and go like, well, when I use Zhuge Liang, or when I use some of the brain characters, they're not that bad. Well, you should let me finish my sentence, because when I say like not so strong doesn't mean they're bad characters. Every character is not overly powered, nor are they like overly nerfed. Like previously we were playing the Generations, and Kagekatsu's weapon is ridiculously strong, but he is ridiculously sluggish. Like, yeah, he could land a big blow, he hit like a truck, but how long does it take for him to actually land a freaking blow on other people? That's the drawback. Say even if, I guess, Takakage has a crappy weapon at, I guess, the level 10, only 39, but when I'm using him, I don't feel that he's that weak, because his, I guess, speed and attack frequency is pretty sweet. Oh my god, God forbids me to have a, like, initial battles to go well. I almost just got myself whooped up because of, you know, like, being all not really high levels and lack of skills. I almost got myself killed, but fortunately I took him out with, I guess, yep, conveniently, my son is already, like, beside Mitsunari, which is good. Yeah, like I talk about Takakage, he doesn't have the best, I guess, attack stats, and damn it, man, he lost like half of his HP. Oh yeah, I have to let Dada come and back me up in case when shit hits the fan, but no, not necessary. Like I've said, his range and attack frequency is pretty high, so even though he has a really bad weapon, he could make it up, unless you find like characters like Honda Tadakatsu that is extremely defensive and highly offensive at the same time, but have sluggish attacks. I guess Takakage is good against slower opponents, but the usual opponents though, as the, I guess, star level goes up progressively, it's still going to be a little, I guess, difficulty for this character. But all in all, I don't think he's suffering a bad time from all this. So yeah, I guess other rainy characters like Kanbei and Hanbei, who I'm not sure would I be able to be using them, but from my experience of playing as them in the previous Generation of 4 as well as Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, they're really not that bad, because those of you who actually are familiar with the Warriors Orochi 3 game, Hanbei is actually one of the main characters featured in the game, and although initially you think that, wow, his little bladed yo-yo thingamajo isn't that impressive compared to, I guess, Machao and Machao's weapon, but he actually have a, I guess, really fast attack speed, as well as his attacks have a decent range. Although he is fragile like a piece of paper, but you know, you can't win all and lose nothing, right? So all in all, I guess like when I play as Kanbei, people are like, oh my god, his magic 8-ball is so, like this one that he's using right now, is so hard to use. Well, yes, because the magic 8-ball technically have pitifully small attack range, but when you actually know where his summon magic hand comes out, it's not going to be that bad. And me trying to not let Hideyoshi get his way is just really hard, because either it's because my character is not high level enough, or I might just need a full, I guess, Muso bar before going there. Yes! Just as I've said it, I got the full Muso bar, so time to take on our monkey, Hashiba Hideyoshi. I guess getting to see some of these battles that are not something that we've been seeing overly. Oh crap-o-rama, I was too far away from him, didn't I? Well then, Houston, we've got problems, but let's see how things are gonna go. First of all, yes, them good old onigiri. Yeah, so I'm just saying that I'm not complaining about the campaigns being repetitive, because literally, technically, both sides exist in each of the battles, so playing it at least twice makes sense, because you could be on one of each sides, right? But I don't know, it's like, luckily I only play like 3 to 5 battles per day. Had I been playing a freaking, like, for real marathon, like more than 10 games, or more than like 20 games per day, that's gonna be boring. Like, honestly speaking, it's gonna be freaking boring. I don't care how you get to switch around with the characters, but it is going to be boring. Come on, die! Yeah. So, this concludes the second battle of the campaign of the Wisemen. Ooh, the shadow effects are pretty nicely done! Wow. He's like, no, I'm gonna wait for Oda's team to come and like rejoin us, because we can't win. Ooh, I see, man. So basically, his dad's like, those two are very interesting people, and he's like, we will be meeting them soon, don't even worry about it. And you know what? They might not even be our enemy in our next encounter, so yeah, Pops, don't even worry about it. And I'm like, alright. Is that foreshadowing for what's happening in the next battle? We have to find out in the next battle, of course.
こたびの戦は勝てたな。次は信長本体。いよいよ織田の総攻撃が。
それはありません。
申し上げます。羽柴軍突如撤退開始。光秀謀反。信長様が本能寺で。
ご運が開けましたな。
カメ。
お気持ちはすでに定まっておいででは。
毛利は追ってこんのか。
それはありません。
なぜ。
時代が変わるのを見届けるため。小早川隆景はそういう男です。
すべて織り込み済みっちゅうことだ。大返しや。信長様の敵を討つ。
偉大な動きですね。
はい、これからです。
Ooh, that's a familiar cutscene that we have seen in the very beginning of Kobayakawa Takakage's campaign in 4. So, as we've known, they are like eternal rivals of Chosokabe Motochika, so the next battle is actually after they sided with Hideyoshi, and it's the first clash of them in this campaign with Chosokabe Motochika. So, it's a little featuring of Takakage and Kanbei, apparently. It's gonna be an interesting pairing, I guess, and my predictions came true. So what's gonna happen? Let's find out in the next battle, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out!